So, I just got back from the float pod, and it was awesome. I spent about an hour in the tank entirely, and it felt like it could have been 3, maybe 4. Um, Here's what's going on. So, you walk in, and I met the owner named Danny. Now, he took me to the back there and brings you to this room. There's an open concept shower and a hole in the wall. Think a submarine door or a bank vault. So he tells you, have a shower. You have, I think, 8 minutes to have a shower. And open the door, go in. The buttons and the voice will tell you to do the rest. So you have a shower. You want to make sure all of your electronics are off. And you hop into this submarine door, which is entirely engulfed with blue pulsating light, and you're not exactly sure where the source of the light's coming from, but it's bright. There are also fiber optic stars in the ceiling. Think a Rolls Royce roof panel, something like that. And the water is maybe a bit higher than ankle deep, so like that much. And it is salty. I think it is the saltiest water ever. As soon as you lie down, your entire body's suspended. You couldn't touch the floor if you wanted to. Don't get it in your eyes. I got it in my eyes once. So you shut the door, and you're given 3 buttons. One of them controls that blue light. The other controls the stars above you, and the last one controls the music. Now, I wanted to do the sensory deprivation thing. I wanted to turn everything off, and I did. And it is pitch black. What I was afraid of is that you'd be able to see a little border around the door or anything like that. When you're trying to sleep and there's a little bit of light, it can totally take you out of it. But that wasn't the case here. It was pitch black. I had these little silicone earplugs, so I used those as well that they gave me, and a little ring that you put over your head to help it float. Then for the next hour, you're just lying there. I'm 6'1", and my head and my feet, they were fine. Nothing really touched the top or the bottom. I could almost outstretch my hands above my head, which is really cool. I feel like for shorter people, you might be able to pretend you're a starfish and not touch anything. So an hour goes by, and for some of it I'm lying there. For some of it, you start like slithering around. And then I think I fell asleep at some point. I'm not sure when, but the hour when there's zero stimulus, it feels a lot longer. To the point where I actually got out of the tank to check, also to get a little bit of footage about halfway through, and that was 6:30. I thought it was done, but I had another full half hour to go. I'm pretty sure I fell asleep at some point, but overall, it was awesome. My skin is super dry, but also it feels really good. And that hour in just total isolation is really cool when you're just trying to get away from everything for a bit. So I'm going to recommend it. I think it's really cool. I found a Groupon for 50 odd bucks. The place that the canning studio here, I'll link it in the description if you live near me. But also, he gave me 2 50% off coupons, so if you know me and you want one, they're yours. But yeah, I highly recommend doing this. If you go, bring another pair of socks because yours might get wet. And also, double make sure that your phone's off and your watch is off and all that stuff, just because you don't want to be sitting there thinking for a sec, oh shoot, what if my phone's going to go off? Thankfully, it didn't. So, 5 stars.